Hey folks, welcome into some WNBA action on 2K Sports. We'll see the Connecticut Sun. I'm Blake Suniga, and with me at the broadcast table are Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi. Tonight's game is part of the Commissioner's Cup. So guys, what's the biggest motivation for these players in the Cup?
What about the final game, grand prize money? Every player in the championship game, whether you win or you lose, gets a bonus. But the winning players are going to get a little bit more. So I would say that's great incentive for them.
Here we go. Now here's Shepard. D right on her. Nailed from three-point land.
Really coming into her own from downtown. Shepard is doing her best to stretch the floor.
She's guarded by Hartley. And stolen by Sykes. And here we go. Here's Rupert. Off to a good start as she hits her first shot. It's stolen. Hartley with it. Pass to Powers. Here's Shepard. She tries for three. Her shot is good, making her a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
They've been playing very smart offensively in the first half. I think that's safe to say.
The numbers support that. They're shooting much better percentage from the field.
Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here's Hartley. Connects from three-point range.
4 makes on 4 shots. Everything is falling for them early.
Hartley brings the double team. And a bit of a battle for the ball, and the official signals a jump ball there. Here's Shepard. Nice jump shot.
Turnover at one end and bang, a bucket at the other. There have been a few of those quick turnarounds today, and it's hurting them.
And you really can't play good team defense when you're scrambling after a miscue.
Here's the break. Here's Powers. The wide open shot is on the money.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points, they add up in a hurry when you give them looks from deep.
Here's Nelson Adota. That one's off, still out of sync.
When we talk about consistently good franchises, the Sun are always in the conversation.
It's been 8 straight years of getting to at least the second round. 7 of those 8 years, a winning record. Despite a couple finals appearances, they're still looking for that first WNBA title.
Here's Shepard. Hits the jumper in space.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it going right now. What a quarter she's having.
Pass to Morrow. Nelson Adota. Here's Charles. She's guarded by Shepard. Low block shot. That misses off the backboard. Hartley outside. Drills the three-pointer.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense, they have to close out quicker.
Out on her own on the break. Here's Rupert. Her second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and we're still in the first quarter.
And it hasn't been just about their scoring, Tim. They're playing tremendous defense, too.
Well, Brian, you got to give it up for the coach as well. This game plan has been perfect.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And they're on the break. Brittany Sykes for 3. Gets it to go from downtown.
12 straight points off the three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And now that they're rolling from out there, you've got to get it in their jersey and try to deny those looks.
Especially how well people shoot threes these days.
She's guarded by Hartley. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch. The three ball, good on the triple.
They are doing some damage from downtown, guys.
Which is the main reason they're sitting on this huge early lead. What shooting?
Just an aerial display from beyond the arc.
Here's the break. Fires from deep. Down it goes for her third basket in as many tries.
Boy, Brian, that's 5 straight made three-pointers. The defense giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide-open threes, but they just aren't figuring it out.
You go out there and tell them, Brian.
Okay, maybe I will.
And that shot was going nowhere thanks to the aggressive swat.
Early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
To the inside. Here's Nelson Adota. Misses the layup. Now here's Powers. She's guarded closely. Three-pointer. And Bria Hartley good for 3.
Triples keep on falling, guys. 3 in a row now.
These defenders can't stay so soft on the perimeter.
Some tough offensive sets, and they really want to turn it around.
They got to lock in and need a basket just to regain some momentum.
Here's the break. Here's Shepard, and she's good on the 3 ball.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Tough to guard a team when they can space it out like this, am I right?
Pass to Morrow. Nelson Adota. Charles, she's guarded by Shepard. And there's the foul. It'll go on Shepard. That is her first foul of the game. Here's Charles.
They've done a nice job controlling the defensive glass to start this game.
Not 1 second chance bucket allowed. If you ask me, I'll tell you, that's how you finish the job defensively.
Here's Rupert. Bangs home the trifecta.
They've made 1 bucket after another since getting this game started. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet, Tim. I wouldn't go that far, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Charles the screen. Rivers, she's guarded by Sykes. To stop the run, and too long on the shot. Jacks up a 3, buries it from 3-point range.
They are putting the hammer down. Just a huge lead for them.
And it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense because it has all been working for them.
Yeah, to build this lead, you have to do both.
It's good.
Inside, Charles really takes charge, gets physical, and doesn't let anything keep her from scoring.
All into her late 30s, Tina Charles continues to be one of the best scorers in the league.
I mean, it's just incredible how she's aged. Charles led the league in scoring during her 11th season in the WNBA.
Here's Charles. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
She placed that pass right out in front of her and just let her run into it.
Here's Powers. Good, and the assist goes to Bria Hartley.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range. They're starting to heat up.
The defense is stepped slow. They've got to take away that airspace.
It's stolen by Sykes. From beyond the arc, drains the 3-pointers.
And the defense looks stunned. I mean, Brian, it is triple after triple.
Yeah, they seem powerless to stop it. Just hoping they cool off, I guess.
It's going to take more than hope, though. It's going to take some actual defense.
Absolutely.
Brittany Sykes outside. The three-pointer is on target.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end in the early going.
Their field goal percentage is terrific. Exactly the start they were hoping for.
That's tipped.
Well, that's why opponents fear Shepherd. The combination of length and athleticism makes her a solid shot blocker.
And Brittany Sykes gets the three.
The more touches she gets, the more the lead grows.
To the wing on the left. The left wing. And here's Nelson Adota. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Sykes outside. Drills it from outside.
They're really struggling defensively. Too many easy buckets. I mean, what was the coach's game plan?
Who knows? And that's a really embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
And Aerial Powers the triple.
I love it. Keep shooting. As the threes keep dropping for her, she'll keep shooting, keep shooting.
As she should. Look, when you're having the kind of day she's having from long range, why not just keep firing?
Brittany Sykes attacking. Soft touch off the glass.
And now this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up much longer.
When was the last time they missed, Tim? This is just a remarkable shooting display.
They're putting on a clinic.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. Delivering the blowout. Stay with us as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And welcome back. It's been all one-way traffic through the first as the second quarter gets underway.
They've made the most of their fast break chances here in the early going.
Yeah, tie your shoelaces because they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
Here's Allen. And stolen by Clarendon. Here's Holmes. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Well, they're getting their points now almost exclusively from three-point range. 4 of their last 5 makes from beyond the arc.
And the defense practically giving them those shots.
And they'll take them.
Knocks it loose. Beyond the arc. Russell with the bucket.
Yeah, with that conversion, they continue to make the most of all these turnovers here.
Absolutely. Easy buckets the other way. And that's what you've got to do with miscues. Convert them to points.
Edwards with the bucket.
Took advantage of some shoddy D there. They got to at least get a finger on her.
Here's Angsler. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, it's nice to see Angsler knock the triple down because when she does this, the floor really opens up.
Here's Marshall. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Now Allen shoots from 12. It's rebounded by Angsler. And here's the fast break. Here's Clarendon. Cans the shot with nobody near her.
It's been all about tempo and pace with them, and it's led them to a big advantage in fast break points.
It's a big reason they're in front, Tim. All that early offense, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
And this is a team that loves to go up and down the floor, Brian, and we love to watch it.
And here's Holmes. Shoots a 3. That's her second shot and her second basket. My math says that's 2 for 2.
I mean, come on. You can't allow clean looks from deep like that. Hard to win games that way.
Yeah, most teams will take you to the deep end and drown you with triples if you let them. And that's what's going on here.
Here's Caldwell. Gets a three-pointer to fall. And it's It's been a pretty rough stretch for them.
Yeah, this is an important possession. It's essential they put a stop to this run.
Pass to Allen. Back to Mabry. Edwards with the screen. Here's Holmes. Mabry covering. And the basket by Holmes.
Unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and she's heating up.
Pass to Peters. They're moving it up. Here's Caldwell. Finds herself wide open and drills it.
Continued sloppiness with the ball, and they just keep shooting themselves right in the foot.
Yeah, it's hard enough to win in this league. I mean, and I understand everybody makes mistakes, but you cannot afford careless mistakes. Another fast break bucket. That's been their not-so-secret weapon.
Boy, and the defense consistently a step slow in transition. At some point, they've got to make the adjustment.
Now here's Mabry. Quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game. From deep, it's good from long range.
They've given up so many threes today.
Their defensive rotations on the perimeter have been abysmal.
Now here's Allen. Clarendon covering. Pass to Mabry. Out on her own on the break. Here's Caldwell. She makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start her game.
This is crazy. Every shot they're taking right now is finding the mark.
Literally every shot. They just aren't missing.
Mabry still looking for her first make after that miss. 0 for 2. Here's Holmes. She's got 9. Knocks down the 3 ball. And don't forget this game tonight. It's one of 10 games for this team that's part of the Commissioner's Cup standings.
It also counts towards the regular season, so this contest really shows up in the standings twice. An interesting wrinkle to this one. And forcing turnovers, really fueling their offense. Extra
possessions, they're invaluable. And they've converted those extra possessions, most importantly, into points.
At 6'6", Russell is a capable shot blocker. She knows how to make a statement on defense.
And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Determined to protect the lead with all the effort they've got. Superb anticipation on the block.
Outside Edwards. She's guarded by Hartley. Back to Edwards. And stolen by Shepard. Here we go, one-on-one. Expanding her range. And Angsler gets it to go.
They've been pushing it up relentlessly. I'm loving this tempo.
Yeah, fast break points well in their favor. Easy transition buckets are always a boon offensively.
She's guarded by Hartley. Trying to get back on track. Caldwell pulls it in.
This offense, it just seems completely deflated.
While at the other end, it's one bucket after another. This run is really getting out of hand.
Making it ugly.
All the three-pointers coming off her fingers have been right on the money.
And stolen by Bria Hartley. Lets the 3 fly. Yes, once again. And she remains a perfect 6 attempts, 6 makes. And Connecticut has possession. She's guarded by Angsler. Deflects the pass. Pushing it up. The pull-up. Buries the jump shot.
Push the tempo relentlessly. That's what they've done. And fast break buckets, they've been a big factor in this game.
And despite their pace of play, they seem like the fresher team, just running the defense ragged.
To the middle. Charles in the post. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Lets it fly. Drains it with the D all over her.
Offensively, a perfect quarter. She hasn't missed a single shot.
Pass to Morrow.
Down low. They need this. It's deflected. Fast break, here they come.
Here's Rupert.
Good, and the assist goes to Bria Hartley.
We've seen them do a good job of keeping the pressure up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and that's why they're starting to pull away. Foot on the gas pedal, not getting conservative at all, just adding to that lead.
Yeah, put this game out of doubt. She hasn't had much success shooting the ball.
Here's Hartley. Lucky 7 drops right in. She's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
Well, sometimes as a point guard, you have to call your own number. Bria Hartley has been taking it herself tonight. Nice to see Bria get hers.
Substitution on the court.
Now Rupert.
She's got 15. Cans it from downtown.
Once again, the defense letting her get open at the three-point line. I don't know how you can allow that to happen in this game situation.
Pass to Nelson Adota.
And here's Morrow.
Outside Charles. To the left side wing.
A nice shot by Morrow.
That's a heads-up play right there, guys. Not just on the assist, but also on the finish.
From the arc.
A nice shot there by Caldwell.
When she's giving her team this kind of effort and efficiency, they are just so tough to beat.
Pass to Morrow.
Charles.
Shepard pulls it in. And here's Caldwell.
17 points in the game. Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, her shooting has been outstanding. Definitely, one of the reasons why they're winning this game.
A shot by Nelson Adota, no good.
Here's Caldwell.
Hit the shot at the very last second.
The pressure on her in those circumstances was massive.
Pressure? What pressure? You cannot rattle her no matter what the situation is.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Delivering the blowout. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close. And we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third started. Running the three, and Bria Hartley good for 3.
Coming down the court, Hartley plays with authority. Fearless, taking it on the break.
She's guarded by Hartley. Nelson Ododa with the bucket.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Sykes outside. Here's Hartley. 9 for 9. Looking deadly accurate. Like she can't miss.
This is just unselfish basketball at its finest. You just know that Sykes' teammates appreciate her willingness to share the wealth.
Outside Charles. And here's the fast break. Here's Rupert. Buries the long-range jumper.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start this second half.
And here they come. Here's Hartley. Hits it from 3-point range.
This is a nice third-quarter surge they've got going on right now.
Yeah, and it's a great time to get hot, just as we get into the meat of the second half.
Absolutely. Build some distance. Try to get things going.
Inside. Morrow. Powers covering. Looking to end the run. A rebound by Rupert.
How about that miss? That's 2 easy points he's given away.
Sykes outside. There's the triple. Lucky 7 drops right in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
I'm waiting for the fire alarm to go off the way they've come out blazing in this second half with 5 straight makes.
Got a hand on it. But they'll get another chance. Charles, no good.
Yeah, remember that. I mean, that's not an opportunity. She fails to convert very often.
Lets it go from deep. It's good for her 8th straight basket in only 8 attempts.
And they've really come out from the half with fire in their eyes.
Here's Nelson Ododa. A rebound by Rupert.
A slow start to the second half. Seems like they left their offense in the locker room.
Fires the 3. And Aerial Powers the triple.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been by design or by accident, but either way, it's been impressive.
Maybe the coach just went up to the locker room chalkboard and just put a number 3 out there.
And it's Charles missing.
She's killing them with her poor shooter.
Pass to Sykes. For 3. And the 3 ball is good.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket for a terrific assist. You know, they've done a lot of that today.
And, you know, it's something we haven't seen much at the opposite end of the court.
And the shot goes in. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Shepard, good.
Well, there's hot guys, and there's really hot. They can't miss.
Sometimes an individual will go on a shooting tear like this, but a whole team?
This is special, Brian.
Pass to Charles, and stolen by Shepard. Now Sykes. Puts up a 3. There she goes again. That's her 9th straight basket. That's a perfect 9 for 9. To the paint. Here's Charles. Rebound by Rupert. Shepard with it. 23 points in the game. Good on the 3-point shot.
Well, you know, offensively, Brian, they've been really special.
Yeah, you nailed it, Tim. No matter what the defense has thrown at them, they've just kept piling up the points.
And more points.
Sinks the 3-pointer.
They're in good position here, thanks in part to her efficient scoring.
And here's Connecticut. Pass to Charles. Out to the wing. Here's Nelson Ododa. And so it looks like the Sun will retain possession here. The Sun making a switch here.
Substitution on the court.
And Connecticut has possession. Edwards misses.
You see defenders afraid to get in her way a lot of times when she's on her way to the bucket, but not that time.
Hartley, good.
Nothing the D can do about that. Bria Hartley, capable of drilling the tough shots.
To end the run. Shepard pulls it in. And they're making this a runaway.
Yeah, the only question here for us to follow is how big the lead will eventually become.
Sinks the triple.
Wow. I mean, what can you say?
And they're looking for some kind of spark here.
Yeah, cold stretch offensively. They need a bucket.
Basket counts.
Defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And if they don't start showing some aggression, things are just going to get worse.
Shepard drops in the tray.
When Shepard gets on a roll like this, she's so hard to stop. Her confidence grows with each made basket.
Poked away. Stolen by Hartley. Yes, on the jump shot.
Solid work right there. There's a big difference in field goal percentage for these teams in the second half.
And that difference has come about because we've got one team moving sharply, getting good shots, and the other just a little bit stagnant. It's tough to watch.
Yeah, one coach did his job at halftime. The other, not so much.
Yeah, she's found a rhythm here in the third quarter, and you can sense her confidence. Everything she puts up from long range seems to be falling.
Dangerfield comes with the double team. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession, so we'll have a jump ball. Now here's Shepard. She has 29. Gets a three-pointer to fall.
She is setting this place on fire. Her shooting has been off the charts.
Hartley brings the double team. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Now here's Shepard. Defense is right there. Knocks down the three ball.
The buckets just keep on coming for her.
Keep them coming. I'll tell you what, this is fun to watch.
She's guarded by Hartley. Here's Morrow. Lays it up and banks it in.
You know, that is right where they wanted to get that ball.
And this could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
What a performance it's been.
Shepard, good. The Sun on offense. Pass to Morrow. Now here's Edwards. She's guarded by Shepard. It's a deflection. Here's Hartley. No good with the triple. Here's Morrow. She's guarded by Anxler. Pass to Morrow. There's the block. And so it looks like the Sun will retain possession here. So both teams making some changes here. The kick out to Allen. And Clarendon over to help. And a bit of a battle for the ball, and the official signals a jump ball there. And we have to take another look at that block.
Great timing, great defensive awareness. When you have to face a defender that can reject you like this, it can alter your approach.
Here's Shepard. Nailed from three-point land.
He's carrying a lot of the load offensively, and normally that's good news for them.
And so here's Connecticut. Pass to Peters. Now Edwards. She's guarded by Shepard. Edwards misses. Now here's Anxler. She's covered closely. Drills it from outside. Outside Mabry. Pass to Allen. Nelson Adota. Now here's Edwards. Can they get it? Clarendon grabs the miss.
This quarter's not going her way. Still scoreless.
Shoots. Shepard, good. Now Allen. Over Clarendon. And no good trying to get that one. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Delivering the blowout. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Big contest here in the Commissioner's Cup. Both of these teams considered elite.
And both have a solid chance of making the finals. It does not get any more serious than this.
And Angsler gets it to go.
Is that really another made shot for Angsler? I mean, we're seeing why she was a top 5 pick, because she has limitless potential.
Inside. And the layup falls.
That's what I call pretty passive. Timely recognition as to where the open teammate was.
Dangerfield. Mabry covering. And Crystal Dangerfield with the triple.
I want to make it as a WNBA player at the guard position. You need a deep shot like Dangerfield.
Stolen by Russell. Fast break. Here we go. Takes the three. And the 3-ball is good.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3-ball right there. The defense was in position to block her path to the hoop if he took it inside.
And here's Mabry. And it's wide right, hits off the rim.
Wow, I thought that was absolutely automatic.
Here's Russell. The three-pointer is on target.
Well, there's hot guys, and there's really hot. They can't miss.
Sometimes an individual will go on a shooting tear like this, but a whole team?
This is special, Brian.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Well, in terms of roster building for a front office, what would be your guys' approach? What's the key?
To me, easier said than done, but it's all about drafting well. Getting good players in rookie-scale contracts, it's basically a cheat code.
And I'll add, you also can extend those players. Even give them the core designation if you have to, which provides them with a 1-year fully guaranteed Supermax contract. So all in all, guys, one great pick can surely change a franchise.
Here's Mabry. Charles. Pass to Peters. Here's Allen. Shot to stop the run. Clarendon grabs the miss. Here's Angsler. Dreams it from beyond the arc.
They've been able to depend on her offense all game, guys. She's just not wasting any chances, any shots she's had.
And if they want to make things even easier on themselves here late in the ball game, I got an idea. Just keep getting her the basketball.
Pass to Allen. That one's in, coming off an assist from Aaliyah Edwards.
Textbook. Nice pass, nice catch, nice shot.
Here's Angsler. It's good for her 8th straight basket in only 8 attempts.
A skilled passer, Dangerfield, loves to move the ball.
And here's Charles. Marina Mabry on the wing. Back to Charles. It's rebounded by Angsler. Up top, Russell. Mabry covering. Drills the three-pointer.
It's been a humongous fourth quarter for her, especially from long range. She's in a groove. That tray has been deadly.
Pass to Peters. Now Mabry. Charles up top, looking to get back on track. here comes the break. Here's Clarendon. Sinks the three-pointer. And here are the Sun. Allen with it. Pass to Peters. Here's Allen. Clarendon covering. Now here's Allen. She's tightly guarded. Here's Mabry. And it's rejected. Now here's Russell. She's covered by Edwards. Now here's Clarendon. Back to Dangerfield. Three-pointer. Bangs home the trifecta.
She is feeling it from three-point range. All of a sudden, she can't miss.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Peters. Back to Edwards. Here's Allen. Edwards with the screen. And wow, they continue to turn the ball over here. Another turnover for them.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Sykes. Here's Powers. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brittany Sykes.
With the level of shooter that Powers is, letting her catch and fire, it's not a recipe for success for the defense.
Tipped away, and so it looks like the Sun will retain possession here. And now it's time to take another look at that huge swat.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not just with more offense, but also with some big-time Ds.
And so here's Connecticut to the inside. Here's Morrow. That one is off. Outside Clarendon. Outside for Sykes. From past the arc. Good. And she's 10 for 10 from the field.
Just a pure score. Sykes lights up the scoreboard in various ways. Makes her hard to stop.
Knocked loose and stolen by Clarendon. Up and in on the way up.
This is an incredible run they're on. Offense as well as it can be played.
Every single player on their squad with the absolute magic touch, shooting lights out.
And this is not just another regular season game. It doubles as a Commissioner's Cup contest as well.
Yeah, a second trophy to win during the WNBA season. I like it. It adds a little extra excitement to the WNBA regular season.
Shot to end the cold run. Jump shot is good that time.
She had her head on a swivel and was able to still pick out the pass and get the assist.
Here's Shepard. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
Performing at such a high level. They've got her to thank for this lead.
Down low. Here's Charles. Now Nelson Adota. Second shot opportunity. And Powers pulls it down.
A big lead for them, both on the scoreboard and the rebounding column.
Well, rebounding has been a big key, asserting their will, and they've taken control.
Well, once she took off, the D didn't have any interest in getting in her way.
They did the right thing. Just give up the 2 points and move forward.
They just get out of the way. I would have got out of the way.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. They poured it on tonight. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
This game really a defining game for what they can do when they're playing at their best. Being here at home helps, but the execution anywhere was terrific.
And that'll wrap it up